When it comes to content creation, we already have a bunch of things to worry about, from the type of camera we're using to the type of lens we're using to the type of audio we're using. And one of the things that can't go overlooked, but sometimes does go overlooked when it comes to portable content creation, is lighting. And so the light I want to talk about today is the Ulanzi VL49 RGB light. This little monster right here. This is $20 on Amazon. It's a perfect starter light for anybody wanting to get into content creation or someone who just wants to illuminate the subject on a budget. This little light has a lot of cool features to it, from USB-C charging to 3 cold shoe mounts, so you can mount a microphone on either which side of the light that you want, to full control of your color temperature to go anywhere from 2500 Kelvin to 9000 Kelvin, and up to 10 hours of battery life when on low output and 2 hours on max output. Now there's a lot of other lights out there that are objectively better, from Lume Cube to Amaranth lights and all that, like tube lights. There's so many lights that are out there that are better, but can this light get the job done on a budget of only $20? Because there's some people out there who don't want to spend $100 and $200 for a little Lume Cube light. Even though it works great, some people just don't want to pay that and don't have that in the budget to pay that. So with $20, can this get the job done for not only new creators, but even people who've been creating for a while? So with that being said, let's go to our overhead camera and talk about what this light can do, all the functions that this has, and let's just see if it's a light that can work for just about anybody. So of course, this switch, you're going to turn it on here and you'll see you have the Kelvin temperature here and then the percentage here. The percentage is going to tell you how strong or weak your light is. So right now when I turn it on, it's on 60% and I'm at 4410 Kelvin, and this is the light that it's illuminating. So if I was to put this directly under me, this will be the look that you're kind of getting at, which I don't know who would use a light like this because it kind of makes me look like I'm telling a horror story. But this could be a good fill light or a good key light or whatever you want it to be, hair light. You know, it can work in that aspect if you ask me. So this goes from anywhere to 2500 Kelvin, like I said, and all the way down to, or all the way up to 9000. So 2500 is going to give you that warm look. If you want your videos to look a little bit warmer, a little bit moodier, a little bit more cinematic, then you can use the 2500 Kelvin option and then play with the percentage of how strong or weak you want it. And then of course it goes all the way up to 9000 Kelvin, which take us a while to get there, but we'll get there slowly but surely. The tortoise won the race, right? Not the rabbit or the whatever it was. And this is what it's going to look like at 9000. So this is going to be a little thing. See how the light's doing that? Anywho, so this is the first page you're going to get at, and then if you want to toggle panels, you're just going to hit this little button right here and you're going to press and hold, and that'll take you to your next menu, which is your RGB lighting menu. So right now you see it's at 146, and you see it has these little numbers, these little notches right here, go all the way from 0 to 360. So it has a 360-degree range of what you can do with the RGB lighting system. And right now it's at 146, so you're getting that greenish light to it, but you can take it all the way down to, say, oh, that's a percentage. Let me change. Oh, no. Okay, so if I go all the way down to, like, say 60, then I'm gonna get like a yellowish, greenish light to it. And so you can just play with all the colors and just kind of illuminate your subject any way you want. And of course, the percentage is going to allow you to dictate how strong or weak the light is. And then if you press and hold again, you're going to get to your scene. So right now this is on scene 8 HSI slow, which means it's going to toggle through the colors slowly. Rocket science if you ask me. And so then you have your next scene, which is HSI fast, which means it's going to toggle through the colors pretty fast. Not rocket science. You have your strobe, and so if you want to do like raves, or if you want to have a party, or if you want to do coke, I mean, I don't know, I don't do coke, but I mean, same vibes. So you can do it like that. And then you have your red flash, and then you have your green flash, then you have your blue flash, And then you have your cop car scene, which I think is kind of crazy. So if you want to impersonate a cop, which I don't recommend because it's a felony, you can do that. Then you have your ambulance, which kind of does that whole thing. Then you have your fire engine, and then you have your emergency. So I guess if you're stuck on a stranded island and you need to shine this and get some help, then you can do it for that, which I wouldn't recommend. I would just recommend calling 911. Then you have your fireworks. So this light can do a lot of cool things, a lot of scenes, and then you have your TV scene. So if you are doing like a living room scene or you want to enhance the TV light, then you can turn it on this scene. That's going to enhance the TV light. And then last but not least, you have your party scene. So it just kind of goes through that and does that. So this is an extremely cool light in my opinion. Now, with all these settings, the biggest question is, can it illuminate a subject in a completely dark room or a nearly dark room? So I'm gonna attach this on the camera and we're gonna see how this does in a dark setting. Okay, so right now for test sake, I'm at 9,000 Kelvin, which is the coolest you can get it, and I'm at 100%. And this is the light that is given off. So on the box, it says that it has a 5-meter distance when it comes to light. So it can illuminate your subject anywhere in between 5 meters. And I'm a little bit over arm's length away from my camera, or right at arm's length. And so I'm kind of right at that 5-meter mark. But if you're doing anything like vlogging or something like that where you have the camera in your hand, you're not going to be fully extending your arm to vlog. You're going to kind of have it bent and a little bit closer to your face. So you might be kind of like here. Oh gosh, you might be able to see blemishes. But if you're this close to the camera, then you can kind of see it pretty well. You can still color grade this well, and you can still do a lot of things with this, and you won't be lacking anything when it comes to light. So this is how the light's going to be if you put it on top of your camera, you're walking around late night and vlogging or doing whatever. And I think this is pretty ample light for a dark scene. You can tell me if you agree or disagree in the comments below, but I think this is pretty good for not only beginners, but even more experienced creators. So let's turn the lights back on. But that's it. That's the Ulanzi UL49 RG or VL. That's the Ulanzi VL49 RGB light. It's only $20 on Amazon, so if you need just something a little bit extra to, you know, light your subject, then I think this will do just fine. And I forgot one important piece to this light. Oh my gosh, how did I forget this? So this light has a magnet on it. There is a magnet on it right there. That is a magnet. So if you need to put this on a metal surface and you need to put stick it on something and you need to illuminate a subject that way, you can do that. There's a magnet. How did I forget that? There's a magnet. There is a magnet in this. Now I will say, full discretion, the magnet is not that good. So there's a very good chance that you're gonna put this magnet on something, or you're gonna put this light on something that's magnetic and it won't stick, like it'll slide. Full transparency, that might happen. But the fact that there's a magnet in here and gives you the ability to do that is pretty cool, if you ask me. So with that being said, I think I covered everything with this light, and hopefully you like it. Hopefully you, I don't know. I don't really care if you do or not. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but if you like this light, go ahead and pick it up. It's only $20 on Amazon, and I think it'll be really good for all types of creators if you need just a little bit extra. So with that being said, thank you for tuning into this video, and until next time, y'all be good.